All right, so it just came out. The cause of death of Gabby Petito is, surprise, surprise, strangulation. What do you know? That little bastard strangled her. I'm so irritated. Ignore this huge zit on my face, whatever. But I've been following this case since the first day that it started coming out. Like, I saw the interview, the interrogation, or whatever you want to call it, where the cops pulled them over and questioned them separately. Excuse me, sorry, Nora's watching TV, but I just saw, they just streamed it apparently 2 hours ago, the press conference about her cause of death, and her cause of death is strangulation. And I have never in my life seen something like this where they cannot catch the murderer for a freaking month. Like, what? This is not normal that they cannot catch this dude. I get that he should have never been let out of the cops' sight, much less like a whole freaking week to get a head start. That's just like crazy. That's just absurd. But anyways, my heart goes out to this young lady. She's beautiful, young, seemed like such a sweet girl with a sweet spirit. And poor thing, it just breaks my heart. Like, I'm emotionally invested in it, I guess, too, because, you can watch the video of where they got pulled over when they were having a fight, and she blamed herself. She was, blaming herself, which is what people that are abused do. They blame themselves and try to take up for their abuser. And the fact that the cops couldn't see through that is just crazy, that they were actually pinning her as the abuser. Like, what? And they were making it like, oh, like she was going to possibly go to jail that day that they got pulled. And anyways, it's just crazy. The whole thing is asinine. The fact that they cannot catch him still, like this, oh my gosh, it's just crazy. And then when that one guy that saw him ran into him in Tennessee, I think it was Tennessee and North Carolina border, and he called the FBI, and they didn't even call him back or anything or take him serious. And he said he had to call them like 3 times, and finally they followed up. But they not taking it serious. I get that they're probably getting a lot of calls and whatnot, but that's no excuse. You better follow every lead that comes your way when it's something this serious, It just breaks my heart that she lost her life this way. Her family just seems, all 4 of her family of her parents, her mom, her stepdad, her dad, her stepdad, her mom, her stepdad, her dad, her stepmom. They all seem like such nice people. They did such a great job with her, and her life is not going unnoticed. And, I'm just glad that they're putting their grief to, a cause and to good use. And I'm so, like, I'm not shocked, but I'm just more enraged and more frustrated that the cause of death is strangulation. Just furthermore confirms that it is, obviously, as we knew, Brian who killed her, and he's on the freaking run. And that family, if I was in Florida, I would be protesting their house right now. And I love seeing the fact that protesters are bothering them to the point where they're coming, like the sister ended up coming out of her house and talking to the protesters finally, because she broke. And I'm just ready for it to all come out. But, either way, like, you cannot run from the truth, and God, you can't outrun God. So, I don't even want to, like, say his name. He's not even worth, being addressed. But homeboy will get caught, And God, you know, regardless, at the end of the day, God is watching and seeing everything and knows everything, and you cannot get out of your justice. You know, you can run, but you can't hide from God. So he might think that, you know, he's gotten away with it this long or whatever. Hold on, baby. But nope, cannot. He will get what's coming to him, and I cannot wait. But especially when he leaves this life and goes to the next, trust me, he will get his, because you cannot just go around killing innocent people and not get the wrath of God, because God does not play. He's a loving God, but he's also can be, when he's angry, yeah, his wrath. So anyways, my heart goes out to Gabby's family, and strangulation is the cause of death. They just confirmed with the autopsy. So anyways, one thing, if you can take from this, young, or not even young girls, but women in general, and men, I guess, abuse can go both ways. You know, it can be women or men that get abused. But when you see red flags, run. Don't turn around. Don't stay through the red flags, because there were definitely a lot of red flags with this. And poor thing did not, unfortunately, she did not get out safe. And if you can get out of, you know, a situation like that safe, definitely do so. Don't wait around for them to have their way and end up possibly killing you, because, you know, no one ever thinks that that's going to happen. If they did, they wouldn't stay around. So don't make excuses just because you love someone and you think they love you too, because there are some true narcissistic, evil people out there that will end up hurting you. So anyways, my 2 cents. Goodbye. Muffins. She wants some muffins.